Welcome to the Metal Prognosis. My name is Lee. Now in today's video we are looking again at the Precision Drive, the Demonfx one, not the Horizon device ones, which this one is based on. This time what I thought would be cool is, let's put it through the orange dark terror here and see how it reacts to that and how it responds. Yeah, because I got a really good result out of it last time when I went directly into my desk here, and then we kind of compared it with the Doctor Drive, which is a digital version of this that's actually free. So yeah, let's see what it feels like just doing it with analog equipment or external equipment. And yeah, like all the videos, we have a jam as well. So let's plug this in, let's get it all set up and start having some fun and seeing what cool sounds we can come up with the Precision Drive by Demonfx going through the orange dark terror here. Now I've got everything set up ready to go. Grab my Osby guitar here. And this is the sound that I've got running raw just through the orange dark terror here. So I haven't pushed the gain too much with this because I really want the pedal to be able to, well, do what the pedal does. So let's turn the pedal on and let's see how we go. So, now the settings I've got there are the settings that I used from the previous video. So we'll just leave it there and see how it sounds as is. Turn the gain down. Alright, let's see if we can change some of this. So, what do we got? Can't read what that one is. So, volume. Get a bit more brightness. Because we're playing in low tuning, I definitely want to emphasize some of the brighter notes to clean up that bottom end a bit. So as an example, with it off. And on. Yeah, definitely more punchier with that. So the drive saturates it a lot, but it also creates a lot of unwanted hiss. So if I just touch it a little bit, hear it go through there? It's like, eh. So how about we turn up the gate? Full. So having a full really gets rid of it. But in saying that, I don't think it sounds as good. So I'm going to bring the drive back down. So I've got the attack button. And if you didn't see the last video I did with this, my attack button is broken. So it does kind of work, but it kind of just, it loses its grip. So when I'm trying to select the right one, it looks like I've moved it heaps, but it might only click one or two. So that is full. So let's hear what it sounds like with the attack full. roll it back a couple. Roll it all the way back. So that to me sounds way too fuzzy. So I would definitely get the attack back up. Yeah, it sounds a lot better bringing that attack up. I feel like it cleans it more, makes it more snappy, and just all in all better. So just a quick reference, going from off to on again. So really, it's pretty clean and pretty powerful, especially for a clone. Didn't need to really push the gate too much on it, which is nice. I was definitely prepared to, and I was actually even prepared to bringing out a separate noise suppressor or noise killer to add on to it if I was going to get the signal running that hot. But it actually doesn't need it, which is, yeah, a pleasant surprise, because the less noise that we need to work around and cater with, the better. So I think the sound that we've got running here I'm really liking the bite, I'm liking the aggression of it. But it might be a little bit too dry, but it might not be. So let me take a step away from the camera. I'll set up a quick little tune and I'll jam along with it, and I'll do two jams. I'll do one with it turned on and one with it turned off, just so we can get it back to back. So the first one I'll do is turned on, so it'll sound a lot blander and a lot duller, because we're going to be using this. Which is a lot more rounder, a lot more dynamics to it, but it does sound a little bit dull and flat, even though there's a richer dynamic to the actual tone. So probably for clean it would sound not too bad. There it is. I just forgot my scaling for a second. I was like, hang on, where do I go from there? So yeah, not too bad for clean, but yeah, turn it on for the heavy and So as I said, before I butcher more clean stuff and off notes, I'll do a jam first with it turned off, which will sound a bit dull. Then I'll turn it on and we can really see the comparison and how much it can lift the song. Or it might be too bright and too dry, so it might get a little bit lost. Let's do the jam and find out. So, kick back, enjoy the tune, and I'll meet you all on the other side. We can have a quick chat about this to see how it all turned out and how it went. Time for some final thoughts on the Precision Drive and hooking it up via the Orange Dark Terror here. So I ran through, I think, most of my thoughts doing the setup here, but just as a quick overall conclusion, the bright and the attack really help bring alive the grit and the bite that I love in my distortion and my guitar tone. Especially dealing with lower tuning, it really helps clean up and get rid of that bottom muddiness that can sometimes creep in to your tone. I definitely prefer not to have it, especially when I'm doing a jam like what I did then. And the drive, I felt added just a little bit too much saturation, that was a little bit too fuzzy and not adding anything positive to it. So yeah, definitely turning it down did better. So the distortion that we dialed in here was a little bit weaker, but purposely done weaker, so I can really give this a chance to shine and to step up. And I really felt it did. So while I was doing the jam, it definitely, and I knew it was going to feel flat, so I definitely wasn't surprised when I was just using the Dark Terror here. But I was pleasantly, not really surprised, because I have used this before, pleasantly reassured, and it definitely felt good when I did engage this, of how much more it did step up the guitar tone and how much more aggression and bite I felt, which made my playing feel better as well, and I could feel like I could bring more characteristics out of it, because this helped voice those characteristics a lot better and a lot stronger, which is really cool. Yeah, the gate we didn't really need to utilise much, and the attack we didn't go as deep as what we probably could have, but that's alright. We still got a really good tone, which is the main thing, out of how much we did adventure into this pedal. Just a little bit more transparency as well with the setup. So I had the Orange Dark Terror running through my load box here, and I had the Coffee Audio Roman IR pack running as well, because I feel like with my lower tuning, it bounces really nicely with it. So that's what we had running through this video here. So on the Precision Drive, I'd like to bring up this point of topic for conversation. This is a clone. It doesn't pretend to be anything else. The Demonfx here on the Horizon devices, Precision Drive. Sorry, I'll get there. Precision Drive. The coloring's the same. All of it's pretty much set up the same. The only difference is the little logo down the bottom. But I would assume because I haven't got one to compare it, the wiring is done a lot differently, so it would react differently. But what are your thoughts on getting something like this clone? Because cost-wise and availability-wise, this is it ticks both those boxes. It's a hell of a lot cheaper, and a hell of a lot more accessible and available to actually purchase. I feel personally, if I was dealing with something like the Dark Terra tone that we had running there, a really cheap purchase like this to help bring it to that next tier and to really highlight those characteristics, this really punches above its pay. Its worth, whatever the saying is. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to get at. So the money that you pay compared to the results that you get is amazing, absolutely amazing. So if a band was to bring something like this to the studio and say they want to bring that type of aggression to the guitar tone and the characteristics, I'd have zero quarrels utilising this pedal to help bring that guitar to the next tier that they actually need. So yeah, I'm pleasantly not only surprised but really happy with how you can do it, even though it is only a clone and even though it is a cheaper copy of its. I don't really know what to call it, because I don't want to say what it originally comes from. Definitely what this one originally comes from, because it 100% is copying the Horizon devices, but more so the Horizon device isn't the original because you copied it from someone else or was heavily inspired through something else. So to strip it down to a simple inquiry, how do you feel about this compared to its expensive thing it was actually copying from? Do you feel like you should be saving out your money and getting that, or only buying something that's not a clone that you can afford, or is this something that's really worth grabbing and getting your hands on to use? So yeah, definitely keen to hear your thoughts on all that. And in saying that, I've definitely rambled on enough now and stuttered enough, so my usual sign off. Thank you very much for joining me for this conversation. It's a fun little quick video I put together, and I really look forward to chatting with you next time. And until next time, please stay safe.